Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons, hoping to find we're two of a kind, making the call together. We're gonna find our way, do, together. Welcome to Your New Dad. My name is John Wayne Freeman. I'm your new papa. I'm your new dada. I'm so excited to be here with you today, 1 week before the big American election. Isn't that exciting? Your dad thinks so. We have people here in the United States that are so divided, calling each other names and all sorts of stuff. It's a real big deal here in the States. I don't think anybody listening is listening in another part of the world, but I could be wrong. But the United States of America, it is the greatest show on earth, American politics. And next week, it's all going down. But that's not why we are here today. I'm here to give you little bits, little nuggies, little nuggets as your papa, as your new dad. That's why we're here. Thank you for listening wherever you're at. I hope all is well. Today's episode is on self-confidence. What does that mean? It does not mean you're an arrogant jerk, a cocky, angry person that no one wants to be around, because that is what happens. There is fake confidence that often presents as a guy at the gym that's just doing curls, looking in a mirror. And you're like, he seems like he's pretending to be self-confident. He actually has very low self-esteem, and you should stay away from him. We're talking about the authentico, the real deal, Holyfield self-confidence, the kind that changes your life. Now, throughout my time on planet Earth, I have met so many people that had great gifts, but they were like quiet little mouses, and they would sit in the corner. And as time went by and the years went by, you'd often see them and you were like, ugh, that person could have done anything. Or maybe something small, but something that would have an impact, or maybe something huge, but they lacked that key ingredient, self-confidence. Now, am I a self-confident cat? I am. I was born that way. I had one off year, 2 off years. Okay, 7th grade. I went to my first junior high dance, and the most attractive girl in the school, I walked up to her, asked her to dance, and she said, "With you?" "Yeah, right. You're ugly." And that ruined me because in 6th grade, I was on top of the world. I was a real happy chap. I'd always been told by all the adults around me that I was wonderful. I did not think I was a particularly unattractive fella. She ruined me. Stacy, you ruined me. Wherever you're at, if you are listening, you did a lot of damage, but I recovered. I recouped in 8th grade. I was on cloud 9. I was killing it. I've always been naturally inclined to have confidence. I don't know why. I'm just wired that way. But I think a big part of it was having a good mom and dad who loved me and treated me like a little mini adult from the time I was little, and loved me a lot, and gave me a lot of room to fail, picked me up when I fell down, patted me on the ass and said, "Johnny, come on, baby. You got this. You could do this." And then the second time, which was devastating, senior year, I was sad high school was ending because I loved high school. It was one of my favorite times of my life. I don't want to toot my own horn, but Homecoming King, 1998. I know that's like the 3rd time I've said this on the podcast, but it was a big deal for your dad. It's a big deal. The crown's in the other room. And I was scared to leave high school because I had figured it out from freshman year to senior year. I was like, this is awesome. I'm the BMOC, the big man on campus. And most of it was just from being a idiot with a lot of self-confidence and being nice to people. That goes a long way. If you treat everybody all the same, people tend to like you. But I went to my guidance counselor senior year, and I was like, I'm kind of looking for some direction, some help here. High school's ending. I'm a little nervous. I'm not sure I should really go to college. Any recommendations? And she was like, You'll be fine. And she said that because she just assumed, me being the big man on campus and whatnot, that I actually knew anything about the world and what I was doing. It was not true. Then freshman year of college, I sank into a deep, dark depression. I started wearing Abercrombie and Fitch. Even though I was a surfer, I started dressing like I was a preppy. I had the full identity crisis. I drank a lot of beer and I self-isolated. It was not a good time in my life. But eventually, after many, many years, this flower and his self-confidence began to blossom again. But I will tell you what I learned, and I hope it helps you, my children. First off, you might have been lied to. You might have had somebody like Stacy in the 7th grade who told you that you were ugly. I could take the ugly part. What hurt most was the rejection. It damaged me. And you might have had parents that told you were stupid. You might have had friends that told you were dumb. You might have got bad grades because maybe you're good at something besides. Algebra 2. Thanks, Mr. Harris. Yeah. Got a D+. Had to go to summer school. Yeah, you might have been people might have said some stuff to you. But that doesn't mean it's true. Most people have something that they are inclined to, whether it's art, maybe they have natural leadership qualities. Some people, are introverts. Some people are extroverts. Some people are a mix of both. You, my kids, have something inside of you that you are good at. And that is what you want to lean into to develop your self-confidence. But here's the thing. You're going to get knocked down a lot. You're going to have people that say no. You have a business idea, they're going to reject it. You're going to audition for something, they're going to say, you suck. It's going to happen. But you have to have something inside of you that makes you believe. I personally would look to the creator because, you didn't do anything to get here. This is all just a gift that was handed to you called life. Yes, your mommy and daddy, they did something that we don't want to talk about at some point. Maybe it was in a bedroom. Maybe it was somewhere else. Whatever. You are here now. But it's a gift. You're alive. And you can become a self-confident, amazing human. Question is, how are you going to do that? Well, first off, I would suggest getting healthy. What does that mean? It means you and I operate at our best under certain conditions. Usually that involves sleep. It involves getting control of our crazy brains and figuring out how they work. Some of us can eat some foods. Some of us can't. Some of us can ingest certain substances because it sends us to crazy town, right? So you need to figure out, where do you operate the best, right? We're like cars. I say it over and over. And yes, I'm a Porsche 911 Turbo. I press a little too hard on the gas. We spin out. So get yourself cleaned up and lean into your strengths, baby. Do it to it. Get on it. My little self-content little children, you are going to be incredible. I believe that truly from the bottom of my heart. But you got to break the cycle of lies that you've been telling yourself. Little introvert, I'm talking to you, Molly. I know you're listening. Are you secretly an extrovert? I think you are. I've seen you get pretty wild at karaoke every now and then. There's a little angel inside just wanting to bust out and be a savage. You can do that. Sorry, that was a side note for Molly, the one female listener that is listening out there. Thank you for your email. It meant a lot to hear from you. I would suggest, Molly, that you stop taking Molly. That would be number one, because I know you love raves and that whole scene. I think you're a little advanced in age. You're 34 at this point. It's probably time to wrap up the glow sticks and put them in the attic and say, no mas. No more Molly for Molly. No more ecstasies. Okay? We're moving on in our lives. I know you have friends in that scene, but it's not leading anywhere good. Pull your head out of your ass, okay? You're an adult. Sorry, that was a side note, and that's a real email, and she knows it comes from a place of love. You know that. You know that. How many times are you going to go to Burning Man, Molly? You haven't found what you're looking for at Burning Man yet. You haven't found the answers. So you're going to go again? You've been 7 times. Let's wrap it up. We're living in adult town now. Okay? All right, that's it. But I do love you, Molly. And I do appreciate the email. Self-confidence. Back to it. Children, listen. There's no secret. There's no secret sauce. Okay? You go out into the world. People can smell it on you. If you're self-confident or not. We've all been in a job interview where we're like, oh boy, this is not going well. And they know it. You weren't self-confident. Maybe you didn't smile. Maybe you didn't seem natural. You know? And people can sense it when you're out in the world. Sometimes you're in a grocery store and there's somebody standing in line behind you and you're like, what is this swagger this person has on them? This self-confidence. Dude, they don't even have coupons and they are on fire right now. What's that about? It's just an aura. It's an energy. Whatever, hippie. No. People have something inside them sometimes that is a little extra sauce. A little bit extra. You know, one of the cool things is I tell myself I have that. Do I? I don't know. But I sure pretend and I tell myself I do. And that goes a long way, by the way, the fake it till you make it. Except if you never make it. But what is making it anyways? Point is, kids, I love you so much. I love you to death. We're going to keep this short. Self-confidence, there's really no secret. You go out boldly into the world. You fail a lot. You're not too old to start pursuing your dreams, which you wanted to. Maybe being self-confident in your parenting, self-confident in your choices when it comes to how you're raising your children, self-confident in anything. Just work at it. Work at it. Work at it. And sometimes if you fake it long enough, sometimes you're not faking it anymore. And that's what's going to happen for you. We need leaders, not followers, kids. I want you to go out this week, do one thing that scares you. I don't mean like hang over the edge of a cliff because you might risk falling to your death. We don't need that. We need you around because you're a unique, special child of God and you're the only version that has ever existed. Unless you believe in multiple universes, but there are multiple universes. No, what's it called? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Listen, don't do drugs. That's the point. Stay away from drugs, get healthy, clean out your system, and you'll probably be more self-confident. But with the drugs and the alcohol and the boozes and the pills and all that, it's fake self-confidence. It's not the real deal. The real deal, you know it when you see it. You're like, ah, that was glorious. The way that person spoke, the way that person carried themselves, how did they do it? And we all know when it's inauthentico, you know, and it's masked because of drugs or booze or whatever. We're not talking about the fake confidence. You got the real thing inside you. You're a human being, man. You just gotta be bold. And if you've had a hard time your whole life with being confident, well, at what point are you going to not have a hard time with that? Are you 40? Are you 50? Are you 30? Are you 35? Are you 25? And you're still like, I just don't know if I can do it. I'm like Eeyore. Boy, I cannot get myself out of bed today and do it. Well, maybe you're depressed. Yeah, depression, doesn't usually go along with self-confidence unless you got some sort of chemical thing going on. But I would say this. You are capable of becoming self-confident at any age, and it is not too late. Get some good mentors around you, some people that are champions for you, that are going to tell you the truth about your abilities, about your dreams. Write them down, make out a game plan, and get started. You have to get started. No, I am not pretending to be deaf. Please don't notify YouTube. This is just the way my friend Jerry communicates. That's exactly how he sounds. So let's make it clear. You got this. Okay? SC. Self-confidence. It's inside of you. It's inside of you. Get alone. Pray. Talk to God. Go for a walk. Think about what you want to do. It's not about making monies. It's not about dollar bills, y'all. It's about making a difference while you're here and not worm food. So for the moment, let's be bold. Let's be brave. And let's put on our big kid pants or pantalones. Okay? I love you guys. Go out this week. Be bold. Don't be a jerk, though. That's not what that means. You have a fire inside you. It needs to live in your belly and inside of your soul. And you need to do things while you're here for this short time that fill you up. And the truth is, if you're doing the thing you're supposed to be doing, you don't need self-confidence because you'll light up like the 4th of July because it makes you feel alive. Find the things that make you want to go, how? That's it. Find the things that make you want to go, how? And do it. Do those things. Self-confidence will simply come naturally and exude from your beautiful little body. By the way, you look great this week. Did I tell you that? Your skin's looking fantastic. That's it, folks. There's no secret to self-confidence. Everybody's self-confident to a degree when they're doing something that they have a knack for, right? And then when they fail, they don't quit. They just go, jump back on the pony and let's go for another ride. And they keep on going. Does that make sense? Gosh, this might be the greatest podcast in the world. But for real, if you struggle, feeling low, feeling like you can't do anything, and maybe your life isn't what you hoped it would be when you were young and you were full of hope and joy. By the way, that's one of the saddest things when you see an awesome little kid and then you see him as an adult and you're like, what happened to that little kid? That kid was bold. That kid was amazing. Well, usually what happened is life. Maybe some bad choices. Wrong turn here, wrong turn there, but still the same person. So think about that time in your life, my kids, when you were the version of yourself that you dig the most. Might have been when you were 9. Might have been like, I was a sweet-ass 9-year-old. I was awesome. Might have been when you were 20. Might have been this, that. That was you, and it's still you. And if you can simply get back to that space inside your brain and your soul that's still there, because like I said, it's you. You can access that. You awesome radical human being. You're my kids, dude. Of course you're rad. Duh. Gee. Godoy. I love you guys. Have a great week. And get out there and vote if you're an American citizen. Come on now. I don't care what you believe. Live in America. It's the greatest country in the world. Exercise the right to vote. Make good decisions. Actually, wait. I do care what you believe. But not in like a, in a weird way. I just want the best for you. So, be good to yourself. If somebody disagrees with you or has different opinions, let them. Have discourse. We need more unity, less, division. It's true, it's true. I love you guys. All right. Take care. That was a fun episode. We'll see you next week. Be bold like a lion in Zion. No need to be a little scaredy poo. You are the only you and nobody else is like you. So this next week, as our country might get set on fire, find the thing inside your heart that makes you be number one. And while the world burns around you, rise up to the top like the cream that you are. This was your new dad. My name's John Wayne Freeman. God bless the USA. See? Self-confident in my singing ability. Mwah! Have a great week. Don't worry. Everything's going to be all right.